Dealt with this year a player going to the NBA, going to a specialist, and then a high school player using the same specialist, and he was incoming to Baylor. So one guy leaving, one guy coming in Dallas, going to the same speed guru. And coach sees that wow, they really like this guy. He's doing some really cool stuff. Let's find out what he's doing so we can try to do that as well. And what you found is this guy doesn't know anything more than any of us in this room, but because he's got the name Speed Guru with him, all his stuff is really cool. Well, the guy going to the NBA now did terrible in his combine workout. He did bad in his workouts with other players. The incoming freshman today, I said, "How you feeling?" He goes, "My whole body hurts." But he's getting better, and what these specialty people have is the kid one-on-one or in small groups. The kid's paying money, investing time, and he's got that big carrot out in front, and he gets them for 4 to 6 weeks. So anything you do is new, it's fancy, you can massage them, you can give them a foot rub at the end to make them feel good, whatever they're doing. And I'm in here in the trenches grinding them out. So I have to kind of teach them, like you're saying, this is why we're doing an inchworm push-up today. And I know they don't like inchworm push-ups. So I don't have them do inchworm push-ups on a game day warm-up. We'll do Spider-Man's in place. But they understand on an upper body day, on a dynamic effort upper body day, we have to be ready to get in there and push a bar, push a dumbbell. So that's when we implement a bear crawl series, a crab series, reptilian inchworm, because it's specific to the activity we're about to accomplish. When we have just a leg-based day, we won't crawl at all. We'll do a lot of our standing dynamic flex stuff. We're always going to do some type of movement warm-up, some type of dynamic flex to start the day. And it might be as simple as doing a barbell complex supersetted with a dynamic flex off to the side. We've got a medicine ball, basketball mobility series that we superset with dynamic flex. We might go with a classic jog, skip, shuffle kind of series and then dynamic flex. Because we're going to do that, I think I'm able to explain using some of this weird stuff because I want to keep variety, I want to keep changing it, I want to keep them engaged and not have it be really boring. But with the crab and the bear and the reptile, that was new for me. The in-place bear crawl was new. So I used it on the road this spring with some of our redshirt guys. We had Bobo doing it in the hotel, Logan in the hotel. When we didn't have a lot of room in an area to warm up, we could do some of that stuff in place and smash their upper body when all you have is 50-pound dumbbells in a hotel. But yeah, I'm big on teaching. This is why we use a split stance on a push-down face pull. This is why it's really important to have your toes towards your face. I like them to be well-informed. And teaching them, doing it myself, trying it in small amounts with other players helps them understand. And there are some things that they're just not going to really buy into. But I like to talk more than less. And it's easier with 14 guys. I mean, right now we've got 9 or 10 guys in the room, and it's really easy to have, 2 or 3 guys that know what they're doing over there. Kind of keep an eye on them, but you maybe follow 1 or 2 guys around, the freshmen, and really, really explain it over and over and over again. So that's kind of how we tackle it. I mean, it's always a challenge, especially with some of these high-maintenance kids, especially with some of these kids that are going to gurus and all that stuff. But
it's, I think just like with your basic lifts though on these, if you have them do 5-yard crawls and you make them do it right and you teach them not to swivel their hips and you teach them not to get their hips high, I think the difficulty in itself teaches them something. You don't just put them out and say, all right, go crawl 50 yards, because they're not going to do it the right way you want it. But if you make them move slow in 6-inch steps and that kind of stuff, like the difficulty of the exercise is, I guess it's what we're calling now self-limiting. It's teaching them that, like, so one of my girls is, it was the first week and she's doing a bear crawl like this. Her hips are rotating, her hips are hot. She's like, this is so easy, I'm not even, I'm like, hold on. Now do it like this, like I describe it. And I go through and I walk, and she's like, her face just changes completely. Because it's a bear crawl, and we've all done it. We all did it in football. I mean, everybody. But did you do a bear crawl like this? I didn't. I didn't do a bear crawl. I had my butt in the air. My hands were barely touching. And I think just the difficulty of the exercise, realizing that it's a body weight exercise and you can make it this difficult, that's, I think, for my girls, because it's really hard for them. I mean, it's almost an advanced level exercise for them. I think that in itself, they stop asking the questions because they're like, wow, now that I'm doing this right, I understand what he's saying. Like, there is a benefit to this.
That's how, with the Pilates thing,